So, what can currency traders do? Waiting for that ahead. Lachlan Meakin joins us now. Lachlan
Good morning,
from
Annette.
Go Markets. Okay, I'm going to ask you a slightly different question just to break it up for our poor
Okay.
audience. Now, the currency is currently 754, give or take. Okay.
Yeah.
If we get a dovish surprise, and what I mean by dovish surprise is they push the yield curve target to the November 24 and give us another 100 bill, what could the currency do then?
Well, what I'm expecting today, I think they'll keep the maturity at April. I am of the opinion they will do another 100 billion for 6 months, so that will partly be a dovish surprise. We've set a new range down here, so we had the 76 level as very strong support and as acting as very strong resistance now, which is quite common. 74 and a half's the support. Now there's the new range, so I'd expect it to test that support if it does come out dovish. But I think the down move will be constrained somewhat because the hawkish expectations aren't too aggressive, and also the commitment of traders report, the latest one, shows there is a net short on the Aussie dollar, which should also give it a little bit of a headwind down there.
So, as I said, just run with a surprise. So just say the surprise, because everyone expects them to keep $5 billion purchases a week, which doesn't really mean anything. We just know it's $5 billion a week. Just say they taper to 3 or 4, a la Bank of Canada, Bank of England. Could the Aussie just jump on the back of a surprise like that?
Oh, certainly a hawkish surprise. I mean, as I said before, with the Aussie dollar, the commitment of traders with the net short, unlike the Canadian and New Zealand dollars, we'll definitely see a jump if there's any hawkish surprise, any wind back per se of the asset purchases that wasn't expected. I think at that stage we'll get back into that range we were before, which is the 76 to 78 level. I don't see us getting a bit above 78. I think it'll bring us back into line pretty much with what the Fed has done. And it will go back to that range we've had all year when we were aligned with them before dovishly. If we align with them now hawkishly, I think we'll get back in that range and trade along in there for a while.
It's certainly been a frustrating ride trying to trade Aussie dollar all this year. And some of it, of course, is down to the Fed. And of course, they're on holiday today. But later this week, we will get the Fed minutes where we get another discussion about that surprise dot plot. Do you think that could give a bit of a bid to the US dollar?
I think more likely bid to the Aussie dollar on that. I think it's going to be more dovish than expected. I mean, after the statement, we did see the US dollar strengthen a lot, and we had a lot of the Fed members and the governor himself come out and try to walk that back a bit, and we saw the US dollar weaken a bit on that. I think the minutes will reflect what those Fed governors were saying after the meeting, more likely than what was released at it. So, yeah, I'm of the opinion that it'll be dovish for the US dollar on Thursday morning when that comes out.
So in terms of other interesting currencies, is there anything else that we should be looking at? Because I guess we're getting a little tired of talking about Aussie US all day. What about Kiwi or Euro? Is there anything else interesting?
Well, euros, I think, is fairly weak. It's looking like the ECB is pretty much going to be one of the last banks to have any mention of taper. So if you wanted an interesting trade, I guess one that's a bit left field, if Norwegian krona is looking pretty good, their central bank's fairly hawkish. That against the euro, if you really want to take a punt with the exotics. But I'd expect the euro to keep weakening against the US dollar. They're a bit out of line with the Fed and the tapering talk.
So we'll leave it there. And of course, we've all got our countdown ready for 2:30 this afternoon. Enjoy.
Yes, should be interesting. Thank you, Annette.
Cheers, Lachlan.